There comes a time in a man's life when he begins to notice certain changes, not just in his energy or appearance, but in a part of himself that once defined his youth, his confidence, and his sense of Macy. I'm talking about the male pen *S after the age of 60, a topic that many are too embarrassed to speak about, yet quietly wonder about in the privacy of their own thoughts. I want to talk to you today not as a doctor, and certainly not as someone passing judgment, but as a fellow man. Someone who understands the fear, the confusion, and even the quiet grief that can come when your body begins to shift in ways you didn't expect. This isn't a conversation about loss. It's a conversation about awareness, about listening to your body and responding with dignity, curiosity, and care. Because when we understand the signs, we don't just preserve physical function. We preserve something far more powerful: confidence, connection, and peace of mind. If you've *N noticing changes, or even if you haven't, I invite you to walk through this with me. Together, we'll look at 6 quiet but important signals that your body may be giving you. And in the end, you'll see why aging doesn't mean losing yourself. It simply means learning how to honor the man you've become. Before we get started, I'd love it if you'd give this video a like. It helps me keep sharing important lessons. If you're not already subscribed, I encourage you to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on new videos. Also, if you like this video, write a 1 in the comments and a 0 if you don't, so I know what can be improved. So, here we go. 1. Persistent erectile problems. It often starts subtly. Maybe you're alone with your partner, the mood is right, the affection is real, but your body doesn't respond the way it used to. The firmness isn't there. Or it is, but just for a moment. You shift, try again, wait. Nothing. You laugh it off. Tell yourself you're tired. Maybe it was a fluke. But deep down, something feels different. And then it happens again. This is one of the earliest and most common signs men face after the age of 60, the gradual struggle to achieve or maintain an erection, even when the desire is still alive and well. It's not easy to talk about. Many men carry this silently, feeling ashamed, frustrated, or even betrayed by their own bodies. But here's the truth. This change is not your fault. It's not a moral failure or a sign of weakness. It's biology, plain and simple. As we age, the blood vessels responsible for supplying the pen *S can become narrower and less flexible. The smooth muscles in the area lose some of their tone. And the body's natural ability to produce testosterone, a hormone that plays a key role in arousal, slowly declines. Add to that years of stress, maybe a few health conditions, or medications, and the result is a physical system that doesn't fire as quickly or reliably as it once did. And yet, this doesn't mean the end of Macy. Many men find renewed confidence when they seek support, whether that's medical help, natural therapies, or even just open conversation with a partner. Simple changes like walking daily, reducing alcohol, or improving sleep can boost circulation and hormone balance. Emotional connection plays a role too. Many older couples discover that Macy can deepen, even if performance changes. Don't suffer in silence. The loss of function is not the loss of manhood. It's a call to care for yourself, listen to your body, and find new ways to express love and closeness, ways that are no less powerful than before. 2. Significant loss of sensitivity. You may not notice it at first. Maybe the usual touches don't stir the same feelings. Or maybe you find yourself needing more stimulation, stronger, longer, more focused, just to feel what once came so easily. It's subtle. Then, one day, you realize, the sensation is fading. For many men after 60, the loss of penile sensitivity is a quiet and deeply personal shift. It's not just about pleasure, it's about connection, confidence, and a part of your identity that once brought joy without effort. Why does this happen? Aging affects the body's nervous system. The tiny nerve endings that transmit signals from your skin to your brain can become less responsive. Blood flow slows. The skin loses elasticity. Over time, arousal feels muted. Even orgasm, once a vivid full-body experience, may become less intense, or in some cases, difficult to reach at all. This can be confusing. You might still feel desire, still feel love for your partner, but your body doesn't react the same way. And that disconnect can lead to frustration, or even shame. But here's the truth. You're not alone, and this doesn't mean the end of int*Macy. In fact, many men discover that when sensitivity decreases, it opens a door to something deeper. Emotional int*Macy, longer foreplay, a focus on mutual pleasure rather than performance. Some couples say this stage brings them closer than ever before. There are also ways to gently support nerve health and sensation, including pelvic exercises, circulation-boosting habits, and in some cases, topical therapies designed to restore sensitivity. It's about treating your body with patience and care, rather than judgment. This shift isn't a failure. It's simply a new chapter, one where int*Macy becomes more intentional, where connection matters more than sensation, and where love continues to grow in richer, more meaningful ways. 3. Very slow recovery after arousal. There was a time when arousal came quickly, and recovery was just as swift. Maybe you remember those days. After an int*Mate moment, you'd rest for a short while. And before long, desire returned like a familiar wave. That rhythm of youth, of responsiveness, felt almost automatic. But with age, things change. You might find now that after arousal, or after orgasm, your body needs much more time to recover. Not hours, but days. The urge doesn't return as quickly, or sometimes not at all. And even when the desire is there mentally, the body doesn't seem to follow. This isn't just about libido, it's about a shift in your body's internal chemistry. Testosterone, the hormone that fuels S***Zool energy, gradually declines in most men after 50. By the time you reach 60 or 70, your levels may be less than half of what they were in your prime. On top of that, other changes occur. Your circulatory system slows, your nervous system doesn't fire as fast, and your body becomes more focused on repair and rest than stimulation. For many, this delay in recovery brings frustration. You may worry that something's wrong. You might even pull away from your partner, not wanting to disappoint them or face the discomfort of not being ready. But let me tell you something important. Slower recovery doesn't mean the end of your S***zuality. It means your body is asking for a different pace. And that can be a gift. Instead of rushing to the next act, this stage invites you to slow down, savor the connection, and explore new ways of being close, through conversation, affection, shared laughter, and tenderness that goes far beyond performance. There are also ways to support recovery. Regular physical activity, stress management, balanced nutrition, and medical consultation when needed. Sometimes a simple hormone check or a shift in routine can make a noticeable difference. But above all, remember, you are not broken. You are evolving. And in that evolution, there's still room for passion. It just asks for patience, presence, and a heart open to redefining what int*Macy looks like. 4. Absence of spontaneous night or morning erections. You wake up, stretch, take a moment to gather yourself, and something's missing. For many years, without even thinking about it, you'd wake up with a familiar firmness. Sometimes it was linked to dreams, sometimes it had no reason at all. It was just there, a quiet sign of life, of blood flow, of vitality. And then, one day, it wasn't. Spontaneous erections during sleep or in the early morning are not just about arousal. They're a sign that the body's internal systems, particularly the vascular and nervous systems, are functioning well. These involuntary erections occur during REM sleep and are a healthy part of male physiology, even into older age. So when they stop appearing altogether, it can be more than just a curious absence, it may be a warning. The lack of nighttime or morning erections can point to changes in circulation, reduced testosterone levels, nerve sensitivity loss, or even early signs of more serious conditions like diabetes or cardiovascular issues. It's like your body is whispering, "I'm struggling a little. Pay attention." But too often, this absence goes unnoticed, or worse, it's dismissed as just getting old. And while aging is part of it, the complete loss of spontaneous erections may also signal something treatable or manageable, especially if caught early. This is why it's so important to stay in tune with your body. Pay attention to patterns. Keep track of what's changing, not from a place of fear, but from one of self-respect. There's no shame in noticing. There's wisdom in it. If you're noticing this shift, consider talking with a healthcare provider. A simple checkup, hormone panel, or lifestyle tweak can often shed light on what's happening and offer support you didn't know was possible. Above all, remember this. The presence or absence of a morning erection does not define your manhood. But listening to your body does define your strength. The goal isn't to go back in time, it's to move forward with awareness, dignity, and care for the life you're still living. 5. Visible changes in shape and skin condition. One morning, you catch your reflection. Not in a rush, but in a quiet, unguarded moment. And something catches your eye. The shape is different. Thinner, perhaps. Softer. The skin looks less elastic, more wrinkled, maybe even darker in places. It's not something you ever expected to change. Not like this. But this too is a part of aging that many men experience, though few speak of it. The pen*S, like any other part of the body, is not immune to the passage of time. And just as our faces earn lines and our muscles lose tone, this area undergoes its own visible transformation. These changes are often the result of reduced testosterone, diminished blood flow, and natural atrophy of the tissues. The skin may lose elasticity due to declining collagen. In some men, fatty tissue around the pubic area increases, causing the pen*S to appear shorter or partially hidden. Some may notice subtle curvature or changes in the way it hangs when flaccid. These shifts can feel unsettling, even emotionally painful. After all, for many of us, this part of the body carried deep meaning. It symbolized vitality, manhood, pride. So when it changes, it can touch more than just the physical. It can touch the heart. But here's something few will tell you. Change does not mean loss of worth. Just as gray hair can bring wisdom, and wrinkles can carry stories, these changes, too, can be viewed with compassion, not shame. Your body has walked with you through decades of life. It has known passion, joy, fatherhood, maybe even grief. It is not failing you. It is simply evolving with you. If the changes concern you medically, speak to a trusted doctor. Sometimes they can point to circulation issues or hormonal imbalances that are treatable. Other times, they are simply part of the journey. But emotionally, let go of the idea that you must look a certain way to still be whole. True strength is found in self-acceptance, and in knowing that your value was never just skin deep. 6. Complete loss of S***zool desire. There may come a time when desire itself fades, not gradually, but all at once. You wake up and realize, it's gone. There's no urge, no curiosity, no pull toward int*Macy. Even when you see something or someone that once stirred emotion, nothing. No reaction. Just stillness. This can be one of the most disorienting changes a man faces in later life. Not because you expected to be chasing passion forever, but because you didn't expect to feel nothing at all. It can make you question your masculinity, your identity, even your relationship with your partner. But what you're experiencing is not uncommon. After the age of 60, and especially into the 70s and beyond, a complete or near total loss of libido can occur. And it often comes from a complex mix of factors: declining testosterone, long-term medication use, emotional shifts, stress, chronic illness, or even unresolved grief. Sometimes, it's simply the body slowing down. Other times, it's the heart quietly carrying things it hasn't spoken about. Fears of aging, regrets, loneliness, or past trauma that's never been unpacked. S***zool energy doesn't just live in the body. It's deeply tied to the soul. That's why this change, though physical, can feel deeply emotional. But here's something to reflect on. The absence of S***zool desire does not mean the absence of int*Macy, or of value. Many men at this stage find a different kind of closeness with their partner. One rooted in trust, affection, laughter, companionship, and shared memories. A kiss on the hand. A long walk. A hand held through the night. These gestures carry a depth that far surpasses physical performance. Still, if this change feels distressing, don't ignore it. A simple conversation with your doctor can uncover treatable causes. Sometimes, even mild hormonal therapy or mental health support can reignite desire, not out of vanity, but as part of your wholeness. But if the desire never returns, let it go with grace. Because your worth has never been tied to your desire. It has always lived in your presence, in how you love, how you listen, how you show up. And in this new season of life, you are still fully a man. Conclusion. So here we are, after walking through each sign, each shift, each quiet truth that many men carry in silence. You've heard about the changes, the challenges to function, sensitivity, recovery, and desire. You've faced what most avoid. And that alone is powerful. Because the real strength of a man isn't found in avoiding the truth. It's in looking it in the eye with grace and courage. Yes, the body changes. Yes, things slow down. But aging is not the loss of manhood. It is the unveiling of something deeper. Now more than ever is the time to reclaim your self-worth. Not through performance, but through presence. Not through perfection, but through purpose. Real Macy in later life is not defined by what happens between the sheets. It's found in honesty, trust, laughter, tenderness. It's a deep conversation over morning coffee. A hand on your partner's back as you pass in the hallway. A shared silence that says, I'm still here. I still love. I still feel. So if you find yourself mourning what once was, pause. Then look at all that still is. You are wiser now. Softer in ways that matter. Stronger in ways that don't always show. And the love you give, when rooted in this version of yourself, is more powerful than ever. Take care of your body, yes. Seek help when needed. Stay informed. But also, forgive the parts of you that feel like they're fading. They've carried you far. They deserve rest. And finally, if this story spoke to you, share your thoughts. Somewhere, another man is sitting quietly, wondering if he's alone. Your voice could be the reminder he needs, that what he's feeling is not weakness. It's simply life, unfolding.